You are listening to Drop Tent Media Network.
You told on a guy for 27 cents.
He ate your change?
No,
You're literally,
I paid for my gas, and he took my money and shut the register, and I waited. And there was a line of people behind me. Mm-hmm. And he was like, what? I said, I'm waiting for my change. He said, well, we don't have it. I said, well, based on principle, I deserve my change. He was like, well, I don't have change. So I went into this discussion with him how based on principle, I should have my change. And it got awkward. It got really weird.
If you're holding up the line, it's going to be weird.
Yeah. What would you have done?
I mean, if
would you have dressed
behind
it?
you, I would have had your back.
If you were in...
It depends, actually. Sometimes I'd be in the mood to be like, you need a quarter, pal, and I'd give it to you myself.
Like you would heckle me from the back of the line?
Yeah.
No, really, what would you have done in that situation?
I would have gone outside.
I want to know how wrong. If I'm wrong,
sprayed
tell me.
the extra gas into a cup, lit it on fire, threw it in his face.
Goes to 60 immediately. Just immediately goes.
Yeah,
like
that was the last
movie.
direction I thought you were going to go there.
Well, I'll just ask for like 3 gallons on each pump number, and then just Zoolander the entire place.
Well, you would have wanted that comped. Based on principle, right? Like he shouldn't even have charged me. Like there's a million ways that I would have handled
he
that.
He shouldn't have charged you at all for the gas for 27 cents?
No, aside from him taking my cash, it just bothered me based on principle. He should have, before he rung me up, he should have said, look, everybody in line, I don't have change. Right. If you buy anything, I want you to
dog, 27 cents a gas?
Yeah, 27 cents.
Spray it into your fucking...
You could have just took something. You should have just grabbed... I would have let him know the shit that I was stealing. I was going to sneak out of here for respect, but now I'm letting you know I'm stealing this shit and I'm leaving.
That's another approach I could have
You could have just took it. That's 27 cents.
It's $4 a gallon. You could have been like, shh, it's done now.
Yeah, but that's not... I got 40 regular and I bought something else. So it equaled out to a certain... So it wasn't even like he could have rung me up for that. That would have been a safe bet.
You didn't go in, pay cash, and then come back in for your change after you didn't pump it.
No, I gave him cash.
Mm-hmm.
I bought something else. I really don't think it showed. I think it's such
that part is fine. It's the part where you brought your mother into it. That's what we're concerned about.
That's what's
now.
weird.
Yeah, you brought your mother into it.
Like that.
She had to come in her nightgown and shit later on in the day.
She did have her nightgown.
Very, very awkward. Like you know what I mean? That was.
Huh?
She got you $200 worth of shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
She came down like, stop her.
No,
Mom's gonna shoot.
that's OG status, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I feel like that
did it. Everything.
Yeah.
I'd be honest with a mother like that.
I am honest with my mom. Maybe
I can tell.
Maybe that's the problem. I shouldn't be saying things like that. Yeah. I don't. Would you have took the change? Come on, be on. Put yourself in that spot.
If I was,
I really gotta know. Like,
if I was him.
No, if he was him.
I want you to put yourself in both situations. I want you to be the guy behind the counter, and I want you to be me with 5 people behind you.
Okay.
I really don't think.
I mean, if the guy was back there and he didn't have it, he didn't have it. What was he going to do? I said, I don't have it. Like, if he didn't have it, he didn't have it. If it really wasn't there, what was he going to get it from?
So I work
at a gas station. I don't have nothing to lose, bro.
No, but my thing is, I was part of the lot. I was part of that problem, that situation.
No, but I'm saying, you said being in his character, he don't care. He ain't got it. What the fuck? What are you going? I'm going to get fired? I don't give a fuck. Work at a gas station.
It's the automated problem, right? Well, actually, he didn't have change because isn't Wawa change automated now? It's automated.
Yeah.
This was a fucking Wawa.
No, it was a Sunoco.
Oh, I thought this was
okay. It was like a mom and pop.
Oh wait, never mind.
It was a Sunoco.
Yeah.
Oh, in my head, I don't know why I thought
There's no Wawa.
And then I asked
So did he explain? I still don't understand why he doesn't have change.
Yeah, he just.
They didn't have it. that was the explanation. The explanation
So
I was baffled.
It just ended at that, and you didn't even ask why.
No, I did.
No,
Okay.
I kept.
Did you believe him?
It went long.
Did you believe him?
No, I just didn't. I at one point in the discussion with him, I was like, Why are you mad at me? Like I said that made you laugh, but
well, he didn't give any reason. I think when you first told us, he gave no reason. The person behind the counter gave no reason about able to solve your problem with the change. He was just like, we don't have it. And you were just like, well, what do you want to do? Like,
no, well, I said, well,
that was it. Like,
no, he kept saying they don't have
it. Right.
And I said, aren't you they?
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, they're they. And then
maybe
I
he
went,
was just using pronouns. Yeah, maybe this is a woke cashier.
But I was being completely logical about the situation.
Let's describe this guy. I got.
Yeah. What?
I just have a blob in my head right now.
Tell a story about this guy, and when you finish hearing this description, you're gonna know why he didn't have change.
Think of the movie. What was the movie where, like, early '90s Pauly Shore, white dude, dreadlocks, knitted cap.
From Biodome? Would he be from Biodome?
Like
and
real.
The fact that I remember that movie, I'm already depressed about it.
That's what the
dude
dude
I looked like in
looked
2004.
Yeah, that's
He didn't look like he wanted to work there, nor did he care. So I was like trying to coach him on how he could handle this.
This is the millionth guy I would have drawn if I had to pick out or cashier tough guys.
No, well, you get that he's tough out of this discussion. I don't.
The fact that he's like, if I'm the guy at the register and I say I don't have change, and the guy's like, why not? I'm digging through my pants for a quarter. I'm like, actually, it's a good question.
I would definitely.
No, like you take fault in the situation, right? Because you're wearing. So when I said,
the guy at work that doesn't have the work stuff, he deals in money and gasoline. He's out of one of them.
he has two jobs.
Yeah. But maybe when he got there, they told him, "Hey, we ain't got no change." So then, what is this guy supposed to do? I only get paid change, and y'all ain't got their change. That means you ain't got my change.
The way I break it down
this guy?
is, what can that job possibly pay? And I feel like that guy he's careless. I don't know if he was trained in these types of situations.
He's probably just telling people that he doesn't have change so he can just pocket some extra money because he works at a gas station.
Yeah. See, I didn't even think of that. Wow.
Yeah, that dude made $1.69 today.
Yeah.
Ripping off.
But then he lost like
bozos like you.
No, he lost like $200 when his mom came in. So
there's no way he has a job after his mother went into that place.
Is this a Sunoco that you wouldn't use your credit card at the pump to fear that it would be
that is the other good question.
Funneled?
It might be procured.
Yeah.
I love that DelCollo's using all the legal language.
The next time by me, that is strictly cash only.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
right.
a cash guy. I do cash. Yeah.
Green cash.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I scream it.
You get dropped off in front of this place, I hope, right?
No. I park,
walking down the street, you
me
are.
and Dave parked right next to each other, actually.
And both of our cars will be gone by the time this
Last neighborhood bet?
That was the
Very
No idea.
comfortable around. I grew
I
up.
didn't walk, and it ain't because of the rain.
There was a shooting 2 days ago, like 2 blocks from here. Not a big deal. It's all right.
Now that you're in here and your car's out
You
there,
almost got carjacked on your corner the other day?
On my own corner.
Wait, did they do it the way my girlfriend's been talking about it? Was it, how did you get, what was the whole situation?
Pulled up in an Uber. I know this has been happening in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
A lot of carjackings in Kensington, Fishtown
Yeah.
area. Pulled up in an Uber, 3:30 in the morning. Just so happened that Uber driver happened to sell edibles, and she had some weed honey tea that she wanted me to try.
Yeah.
Poured me a shot of tea. As I'm taking the shot, I see a dude just appear, young black kid, just appears next to the car in front of this garage. And I'm like, damn, this is exactly how they do it. And then
This guy's
as I'm
following
like,
the
yo,
book.
pull around the corner to the CVS. He gets wind that, like, I'm not getting out of the car. He walks away. Now I'm walking up from the CVS to my house. They're walking the same direction, but they're a block ahead of me. Now there's two of them. I think I might have seen a third one, but instead of calling the cops, I called my buddy Brian Six. He was like, let's play video games.
That's like the last person I would have called in a
I
carjacking
had just been with
situation.
him.
Shout
I knew
out
he
to
was
Six.
awake.
Right.
You know, I didn't want to wake my girlfriend up.
What time was it?
3:30.
See, that's why a certain type of personality is meant to live in Philadelphia. Because if in my childhood, when those types of situations went down, if my mom was like, "We're moving out of here,"
Uh-huh.
I would have moved every week.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just a Philly neighbor. These things happen.
Yeah.
These things have been happening my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
You
first time
can't
I've heard of
panic.
it in 2 years. We're on a carjacking phase right now. Right? See what happens in the second fiscal quarter. You know, I don't know what that's going to be like.
No, really. I mean, what was your lady's reaction to the whole thing?
I didn't tell her till the next day. I think when she got home from work, maybe. She works from home, so it would be weird. I think she was like, "Man, that's crazy," but it's such a non-event. You know what I mean? It's not like I got out of the car
Right.
and they were like, "Stick him up," and I was like, "But I live right here." You know?
Yeah.
Not in front of my own house, please.
Right.
I think she just texted our 2 neighbors on either side to let them know.
Give him a heads up.
Yeah,
That's nice. That's a nice gesture.
Well, that you were in the middle of
Nice.
weed tea.
I know.
And then just like you're just like, here we go. like holding weed tea, be like, this is textbook right over here, guys. It's about to be carjacked. Woof, you know?
And the lady was like, "Yeah, this looks shady. I'm gonna pull off." I was like, "That's
Super-
a good idea."
Super cash.
And so you just,
Do you have any more samples before your car gets stolen forever?
So the new one I heard
Take some
about.
to go.
I got her number.
Good pull. The new one I heard about, my girlfriend's becoming a cop, and she was telling me, so listen, if you get rear-ended, like lightly rear-ended, she's like, don't get out of the car.
Yeah,
Because what
they're
they've been,
trying to get you
this,
out
is,
of the
this
car.
has been the whole thing of like, they just, she was specifically noting that that's been the new one for this area, apparently.
I feel like
guess.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it's been a thing before, obviously, but
There
they're
was like a little poster that they made with like all the tips. And
Yeah.
it's basically like, if you live in this neighborhood, fucking get everything delivered.
yeah.
You don't have to live in your house.
how do you put a stop to stuff like that?
I can
Really, what do
steal.
you do? I blame the internet.
You
I
shoot
feel like
people in
there's,
the leg.
I feel like there's how-tos for everything.
Of course there is. Yeah.
There's how-tos for everything.
Well, yeah. Well,
You
they
wanna
did a
be
how-to.
You want to be a carjacker? There's a link for
Wait,
that.
hold on.
Sign
hold
up
on.
to my patronage. Did I say that right? I don't know. Is that, was that
Patronage?
very-
Patronage.
Did I-
That's one of my favorite
Wait,
words
is that
now,
a little?
dude.
I mean,
Sign up, everybody. Make sure you sign up and donate to Steve's Patron.
no, I'm just saying
I've got a
everything.
Patron, I've got a Pantone. I've
If
got-
you if you Googled it right now, how to carjack, I bet something would pop up.
I'll fuck up
You know,
my
people
algorithm.
were
I don't
being
give a
criminals
shit.
before the internet, right?
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
what
I
I'm trying
think
to.
now it's at a
Yeah.
new plateau, or at least we feel that way.
No, we
because-
feel that way
we go.
because we're living in it.
Here's
but it
some
was
of this.
they had
Here's
some really
some of
rough times
Here's
before
some
that.
101.
Holy
Avoiding
shit!
Find a jack point. Most vehicles have severe points.
Dave,
around-
I'm not
along the
that
body.
dumb of a guy. I called it.
Where
What
the
do you
Wait,
vehicle-
what's
say?
that? I said raising the car.
Huh?
That's not carjacking.
Yeah, this is for jacking.
Then why does the guy have a gun in his
I love it.
hand?
You know what? You guys are right.
Because that's the image. Doesn't have
You guys are correct.
The image isn't
These
correct.
came up with videos about carjacking and how to avoid it,
Yeah.
and then this piece of information here that we're all seeing came up with just, hey, how you need to change your oil.
How to jack up a car.
yeah.
10 steps.
Dude, Google is fucking with us. So you might be right. I think these are all avoiding carjacking videos. I'm sure though. I've been on the dark web. You're definitely gonna find some dark.
Yeah,
web.
no,
you might have
but-
to go a little bit deeper than
You
the
gotta
first
go a
page
You
little
of
don't
bit
Google.
feel that?
Yeah.
I bet there's ways to teach on Google how to teach a young man how to become a criminal.
A young
I mean,
man.
Reddit
I did.
would be
No,
the
I'm
page.
saying
Don't be an ageist about it. Old men can do it too.
Old,
men
young.
can do it. The women.
I'm not
They're getting weird.
Come
Yeah,
on,
getting
I'm
weird.
just. I'm talking out loud. I'm
Can be
thinking.
carjacked.
It's called a podcasting riff right here. That's what I'm doing. It's an art form.
You got to do it correctly though. You got to add everybody in your riff, or being subjective.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I just want to keep hearing you say "on principle" though. That phrase in that story.
Oh, I
over
thought
and
you
over
were
again.
more into the Patreon. Whatever.
Patronage is a new
Whatever I
level.
said.
If you ever put a Patreon together and don't call a tier a patronage, I actually give up and I don't want to produce this anymore.
27-cent tier.
Yeah, 27
Steve
cents.
can recoup his 27 cents one Patreon at a time.
The shortest tier of all time.
I'm
Joe,
making up my own language. Don't
Steve, you know anybody that ever robbed anybody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay.
What did you want me to go?
Well, I just want to know. He gives all this vibe like people rob people. It's crazy. out here. Like,
no.
What was
like
his- what was his-
you might have been
They're
in a
not
few of
my
them.
circle.
What was his name and where did it occur? Snippy?
But I
What'd your mom do about it when you
don't hang around him. She did do that.
Because I'll go around and I'll talk to his mom. Yeah.
I'll go around and talk to
Now
his
your mom's like, now I gotta go rob him to get it back.
Here, I got you his watch. I got you his car key.
I was gonna say weirdly he had the coupon from the Cinco. That's it. He like had the gas station.
Where is
By the
there
way,
a problem with being a boy that develops a relationship with his mother where he tells her everything?
I don't know when he calls
I
himself
think
boy,
communication is
I
a
know,
good.
I know, but she shouldn't come as the security guard.
I've been telling my mother.
Can you look up how to get mommy to save everything so we can see a picture
Steve
of
will
Steve's
show us.
mom's website?
Steve, what's
You go right to her website.
Let's see if this pops up.
I don't think. I mean, I just
Steve Rinaldi. Here we go. No, it's a lot of getting money.
Moms to save money.
Don't go west of BroadStreet.com.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find anything on that.
I don't know. I don't think that's a bad trait that I tell my mom everything.
I don't know.
It's family, right?
yeah.
If you can't,
Why didn't you tell your dad?
Because he curses me and calls me bad names.
Because you should have been called a bad name for that. Yeah, that's why. You called your mom because you wanted to be nice.
Both, I think.
Yeah.
No, but my mother and father, there's two extremes.
Yeah.
My
so
mom's
next
like,
time you get
everything's
ripped
gonna
off-
be all right. To my father, like, you're a fuck up. Like, there's no in the middle. There's never been in my life.
So why? So you didn't call him because he would have told you to be a man about the situation.
Nice. He usually hangs up with me and says, "Figure it out."
I like your dad.
That's
I like your dad. Figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? Did he cuss you out when you
now
found
I'm
out you had your
35,
mom?
I think that's
go down?
normal.
What?
You know, dad's going to talk to you like a man's going to talk to you like another man. I get that.
So how old were you when this happened?
What? When I would vent?
This gas station
like 2
fiasco.
weeks
Oh, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. You know,
35
you kind of
and
put
a
your
half.
mom in danger. Is kind of what happened. Like,
I said,
You
Ma,
know
you'll
what I mean?
never believe what happened around the corner.
but
I
you
told
know
her-
you've known your
what
mom
she's
for a
gonna
long
do.
time.
What
Really?
happened? Let me call you right back. Elena's on the other. My wife is on the other line. I'll call you right back. I'm having a conversation with my wife. I call my mother back. She goes, "You got to hang on a second. I'm at the gas station getting your money." Wait, whoa. This escalated very quickly.
But you knew your
That's
mom.
what I said.
You knew your mom. You knew your mom was going in on it. You knew it.
I really didn't think that was going to happen.
Really?
I really
You didn't
no. I didn't know. Let me
I
tell
thought-
my
I
mother.
thought-
so she
I
walks
know.
around there in her nightgown. Who would
Yeah.
do that?
I would have thought about it.
I think this is what
definitely
happened.
knew.
I think Steve's mom was like, so, like, who do you think's going to win the NFC championship? And then Steve's like, you won't believe what happened at the gas station. It just came up out of nowhere. I didn't know she was going to go do that.
And they took my.
I said it, but not in those dramatic tones. That is kind of how the conversation.
Yeah,
It started off with her talking about something. I said, "Well, wait, let me tell you what just happened." But I didn't do it in a tone.
And they took my money, and then
It was, it wasn't
If it wasn't for Jackson Mahomes, I'd probably vote for the Chiefs.
that was me talking to my bookie. That's what that was.
and then my bookie took the money because I lost the game on a bet. And
She was keeping the list. I got places to go today. Got a lot of rooms there.
All right, guess what, Mike? These episodes are still being sponsored by FlickingCandles.com. I can't believe. Look at these gifts they sent us. Look at
They're
this.
great.
What do you got?
I got freshly signed divorce papers.
That's your favorite one. Mine says, "Nobody cares about your new home." I am house. I hope no one sends this to me. The Flicking Candles Company, FlickingCandles.com,
Yeah.
still sponsoring us. And if you use promo code BALL,
Just
you'll get
ball.
10% off.
My ex actually, my ex actually got one. I have the divorce papers. She has freshly signed child support papers. So the ball coupon really does work.
I thought you liked this one.
What's that? Oh, broken home. Yeah, that happened to me twice when I got kicked out
Yeah, this is the story
before
of
the
my
divorce
life.
papers.
This is the story of my life.
Cancel vacations.
Yeah.
Cancel
What are you gonna
vacations. At least you can get vacations. I got too many kids.
Did you get that, Neil? The Flicking Candles Company, Candle Company, FlickingCandles.com. Thank you for continuing to support us. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast. The Flicking Candle Company, FlickingCandles.com, promo code BALL. You get 10% off.
Definitely check them out. They definitely have what everyone needs. Flicking Candle Company. I'm going to say the Flicking Candle Company all in one word. I know Steve has reading problems. He had to break it down.
Okay.
But definitely check them out.
My mom would never hurt anybody. She would yell at you to death,
Break her legs or something.
but she would never hurt anybody.
That's scary enough.
Well, except your Philly's Funniest sets.
Whoa. That was so blown out of proportion. That
What
Let's have
happened?
A refresher.
Fucking James coming in helping me
kind
out. I
I
appreciate
must have been smoked up. When
yeah,
this
but
happened.
allegedly, when me and him, we knew each other.
On principle.
But when I lived in Chicago, Dave headlined at Zany's, and I reached out to him that I was living in Chicago. We were both Philly comics. We grab a coffee, and he said, "I heard about your Philly's Funniest disaster," and it really wasn't. The story was
Wait,
very.
what happened? I didn't hear the story.
I invited early on when I first started stand up everybody I knew from South Philly to the first round of a Philly's Funniest.
So that's everybody. The
about
neighborhood
that.
was empty.
And I
neighborhood was
feel
empty.
like the people that I invited gave a misrepresentation of
Well,
of who the neighborhood is and who they are, and
not the whole city showed up, but
mom is
but a
the
lot
gas
of the
station
people that
attendant was there.
came, they didn't know how to act in a comedy club.
Right.
It might
yeah.
not have worked in your
but
favor.
you invited them though, right?
I remember McCusker, he hosted it. And he
yeah.
and he had to do that spot where at the end you have to
Yeah.
close it out while they're
Yeah,
counting the ballots.
While Steve's mom
And
was yelling.
McCusker, he was just saying some off the wall shit. I wonder if he definitely remembers that.
No,
night.
here,
I'm gonna text
But
you.
what
this.
happened?
here's how I remembered it.
What happened?
Were you there? You weren't there.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there. You
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
was
me
there.
at the time.
No, because I remember. I think we knew of each other, but maybe we just didn't talk or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, he invites half of South Philly, and they all show up.
Young South.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids.
And no, so you had an auntie there and some shit.
All right, my aunts and
Yeah.
kids. Go on.
Yeah. I don't think your mom was there. I'm pretty sure your mom was there.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure your mom was there.
You're
Yeah.
all like an entire.
You're definitely lying.
You see how the
You're definitely
truth
lying.
is slowly coming out from him?
You gotta pull it. You gotta
Trying
pull
to
it.
suppress the memory.
To tell you the truth now, I want to talk to this gas station
No,
guy
let's
to
talk
see
about-
how this really went down now, because I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Anyway,
topical
maybe another
news.
side.
Joe Rogan.
So anyway, about Joe Rogan. No, we're finishing this. So, what I was laughing at was that Steve, he goes up there and all of his family and friends are like, "Yeah, Steve, that's my baby, yeah!" But he can't start his bits.
Right.
So he's planned 5 minutes of material,
Drowning you
but
out.
it took 2 minutes for them to stop,
Right.
to sit down from their standing ovation.
Right.
And so he had
Of him walking out.
So he's trying to do 5 minutes and 3 minutes and totally fucked up his entire set. And
uncle's
they
giving
didn't
up
realize
notes and shit.
that they sabotaged him. And I'm just laughing because I'm just like, oh, this is the worst nightmare for a comic. Where it's you're so happy they're there, and then you realize, oh no, they don't know how this works.
Love you. You look gorgeous. You look gorgeous. You look lovely. I love
Yeah.
you. What you're doing is lovely. I love you, Mom.
Yeah, because they start the timer as soon as you grab the mic or say
Yeah.
a word. Yeah, and I was like, oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
and
what
the
I was
other
laughing
thing
at.
that was in my head for someone new at the time, this happened 2013, I think.
Was it really that long ago?
2013 through 2014, something
Maybe.
like that, around that time. And I remember all I could think about in my head was when they used to shut the light on you at Helium if
Sure.
you
Yeah.
went over your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And I was I was more worried about that happening than a bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I knew
What
that.
time? I remember me and you were in a competition where it was 3 places. It was at Helium. And remember this one guy won? I think I got this one. Some guy won, and you got second. You got third. And your mom went off then.
Oh, no, that was my Aunt Donna.
There was your aunt. There was one
No,
of
that's funny.
She
Wait a
went
second.
off. Wait
Wait a second, that was funny.
she was.
one.
I thought security was coming.
Wait.
She went off in
That
Helium.
one was a funny one. That was funny. I forgot about that one.
You
So
always
wait.
bringing Italian street
No,
fairs
no,
to shows.
I had this. When I
It
first
was like a
started
feast
out,
of St. Anthony.
I thought when I first started out, I thought you could cut corners if you make the club money
Yeah.
and you're okay.
yeah.
So I had support,
Right.
and so I would just fill the room.
You had bodies. Yeah.
But it backfired on me all the time. And
I mean, that'd be good if it wasn't a bringer show.
Right.
Or if it wasn't a competition.
right.
Like if it was like, oh, they'll book me
Can't
again
really
if I
bring
bring
her.
30
Right.
people to a
Yeah.
regular.
But I wasn't
10-minute
good
set.
enough yet to be on a weekend lineup and
Yeah.
be on. So I would do these contests, and I did a contest at Helium, and this was like 3 years. I was just getting better, and I got second.
Mm-hmm.
Which was great.
Oh, no, what do we-
I was happy with second, and I'm like talking to like Ben or Jerry at the door, but they had judges, and I look behind me, and my aunt and all her girlfriends are around one of the judges.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You got second?
I got second.
What did I get?
He can't get past that.
Yeah. He's not gonna,
I
you
got
can't-
second. You got third.
He's gonna do this in therapy, dude.
No, well,
Yeah,
maybe
you got-
second
you
or
got
third,
third,
but whatever
you
the
got
case
third,
may
you got
be,
third.
my aunt wanted to know. She wanted an
She wanted to know.
explanation.
Yeah. They surrounded them. Like the judges surrounded the tail.
And
like,
the guy
"Oh,
that
shit."
was a judge was a booker that had connections in New York, and I'm like, she don't mean that. He's like, no, she's proud of you. She wants you. Nah, that backfired.
I was like, so
Yeah.
you better do something. They were aggressive. Like you gonna change this vote.
Like how your aunt turned into Trump. Count all the votes. Recount.
It's a beautiful club here. Shame something happened.
So that wasn't just an accident thing you saw there. That's how they get down.
And
That's how they get
another
down.
thing I realized that people do from my neighborhood when they go to a comedy club, their expectation is far beyond another level. Like they think, hey, look, I love the club. You and all your friends are funny, but the food was shit. It's like, what could you expect? They had no steak. They had no calamari. It's
like no
what did
Dollar
they
Bills
think
here.
what did they think they were doing? Going to like the Copacabana?
The ricotta was bad. I'm like,
It's like,
what are you talking about?
what are you going to eat on here? Like,
When we saw Don Rickles, there was steak.
it's like,
Tom Rickles called my wife a fat cow, and we were eating a twice baked potato. Why can't I have that?
yeah, like, do you remember, like, when you leave a comedy club, do you want to go with the memory being the food?
No, it's the same thing I do with the movie theaters now. I'm like, man, these eat-in movie theaters, man, the food is wow. Like, I just can't get past it. You know what I mean? Like, no, never. It's all garbage.
But I mean, to be competitive now, I think a lot of comedy clubs are investing in a kitchen.
Yeah,
Nah, they
I'm
do-
starting to see that.
They do better.
they are.
They do better. Yeah.
Not this one that we're talking about.
But we were talking about also. I just even thought of like
John said that. John said that for
I've
the
been
record.
complaining about their
I've
fucking
actually
chicken
only
for
been.
years.
I've actually only been to one comedy club that had like real food.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Me and Mike went
New
to.
York or
The old when Buffalo Helium used to have like a restaurant attached to it,
they don't anymore.
and not anymore. That's what I'm saying. That was the only time.
Yeah.
Like everything else has just been standard. Like you get excited, like, oh, you guys make burgers? Like, yeah,
Actual deep fryer here. That is new.
yeah. Because that place you can get like like order salmon and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now it's just like sliders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got an air fryer out back. That's
I realized one of the most difficult questions you could say to a waitress that's serving the green room in the comedy club when they ask you if you're hungry. The worst thing you could say to her is, "Are your burgers frozen?" She goes into like a panic mode. She don't know what to do. She's like,
Probably.
yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
I ask those questions.
Why would you ask that?
Why
'Cause
would
I'm
you?
not into frozen meat. It has to be fresh. Come on, Dave.
comedy
You know me
club.
a long
It's a
time.
comedy club.
It's
What
got to
comedy
be.
club?
It's got to be fresh
eat
red meat.
before
Dude, this
you
is
go.
like
if
what
I'm-
my girl does. It's
No,
like,
if-
dude,
if
it's
I'm
the
gonna eat-
expectation. I was like, why are we expecting a fucking fresh burger from this place? She will commit that she will try to get Bang Bang Shrimp to work for her at multiple venues. We could be at a fucking Denny's. I'm like, baby girl, we don't get Bang Bang Shrimp here. You gotta figure that out, all right? You're a fucking adult. We're the same age. Bang Bang Shrimp don't work here. It doesn't happen. Sorry, I got emotional.
I'm gonna start calling my wife baby girl. That's like
Nah,
that's
she-
OG
baby
right
girl.
there.
Can't wait till
Your
wife
girl's a
starts
little tougher
carrying a
than that.
gun.
She's
That's
not.
gonna
She's
be
not
fun.
gonna.
It's gonna be fun. Ah, jeez. Sorry, but
The
if you were on this-
stand has some dynamite food.
Oh, that was hilarious. It was
Dynamite
hilarious at the
food.
time. We went to the stand right
see
in the
Eleanor-
middle
Yeah.
of Steve's diet.
Oh shit.
Oh, it was great.
That's fun.
Oh, I tried to order everything he loved and just watched him sweat at the table because he couldn't go in on it. Here, watch how he explains it. He's gonna be starving after this.
This
Go
is
ahead.
what happened.
What was on
3
there?
times a year I do a cleanse where I eat like I don't eat any sugar, any salt, anything processed.
What's the length of time?
It's a 3-week diet we went to the stand to support a comic in like day 4 of my diet. And normally at a comedy club, you know what you're getting with a menu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This place had the menu that I was just mentioning that's like unrealistic at a comedy club. They had like a 42-ounce porterhouse.
People go there to eat and not.
Can we say what was unrealistic
Crazy.
on this trip was that he had a lunchbox that his wife made for him. She's a great girl. But the things that were coming out, he pulled out. We were in the car.
was
We're
diet
small.
food.
He pulled out a shaved cucumber.
Right.
That's good diet food.
And was eating the shaved cucumber. You feel me? Yeah, the diet food or not, you eat that by yourself.
Is
shoulder
that not a
to
ride
shoulder.
around snack? That's not a ride around snack.
No,
at
that's
all?
not a
It's
no, not
full
the shaved
9-inch
cucumber
shave.
yeah.
No,
you
well,
know,
I threw them off, and I'll say that
Taking
is a little.
chunks out of it.
No, it is like
It's just like, ugh.
yeah. That's no. I was driving, and we were like, just like. Yeah, I wonder. Well, when was the last time he booked you? And I was like, and he was just like, what the, what is that? That's what happened.
Shaved cucumbers
Flirting with
and
me?
carrots.
Shaved. It was shaved around the outside, but not the little disc.
No, just around the outside.
Just scrape.
Yeah,
you know.
scrape this-
What's that
yeah,
called
This
when
nice
you
light
peel
skinned
the
Peel, yeah.
I say
You're allowed
scrape.
to eat the skin of the cucumber.
Yeah, that'd be disgusting.
I don't do
though.
that. I don't do that.
Yeah, that would be crazy. DelCollo, what do you think?
No.
All the logical problems is just like that's like hey, that would be disgusting.
When you randomly
I've never
pull out
gone
a
down on a cucumber. So.
when you randomly pull out a cucumber,
you
it
gotta
better
live
be
a little.
shaved.
It feels like the choice in a fucking skit that like for a teacher putting on a condom in a video, and then it's only something the actor did to be like, well, I'm not gonna hey, we're gonna put a condom on this. Why did you shave it? Why would I not shave it? What's wrong with you? You gonna put a condom on a unshaved
Gotta be
cucumber? What are you
gotta be
wrong?
circumcised.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like dude,
disgusting.
you're picking out weird stuff about this. Dude, you pulling out a whole shaved cucumber, fucking bananas.
Yeah, guess what? That was really weird. Man,
Wait,
you make me
plastic
really
bag?
think
he
about
doesn't
it.
believe me in
Like,
things like this because
No, well, I
he thinks
never
I'm
got
always
other
coming at
people's
him.
opinion
So I
about
wanted to
that,
bring
but that is-
other people.
Dude, that
like-
changes the temperature of a
That
car.
does.
Like,
And we
would
and we had another hour to go.
would fuck
Like, you know
me
what
up,
I mean?
just
I didn't
you
have
pull
the
it
way
up.
out.
Wait,
We were on
did
the
he have a-
highway.
Wait, did he have a bag for it?
He had a nice little lunch box, little lunch bag.
It was like
thingy.
one of them coolers.
Yeah, and he just
I pulled it, I pulled
In
it
a-
out,
in
and then
plastic
he was making a
or
big
just a
deal
loose
about it.
cucumber?
He was like saying, "Dude, you're really getting me worried. Like this is uncomfortable." I'm like, shut up! You're talking like a jerk off. But now I'm around you guys, and I'm looking back. I'm like, that was kind of weird.
A little
So you're
strange.
eating it Bugs Bunny style.
It was a big cucumber. It's cartoonish.
he took it all though. He took it all.
Steve's
He
like,
took it
oh,
all.
my,
the fuck
Steve's
it
like,
is.
oh,
Shut
my
up.
God.
I
ate
didn't
all
fuck
of
it. I ate it.
Yeah,
Shut
that's
up.
worse. That's worse.
It's probably saying creepy things too. It's like, oh, my jaw hurts.
No,
Oh, I don't know if
I'm chewing on these big boys, huh?
I was complaining that I was dehydrated. I had to go to the bathroom because
was
of those
like-
diets. You gotta
I
go.
was like, you're dehydrated. You gotta have to work for it. You gotta work for the liquid. It
God
got real
forbid.
unfair.
I'm trying to get
starting
healthy,
your
man.
Good for you.
And
There's
you're
so much
breaking my
juice
balls.
in them.
I know, luckily he was like
juice
just
in
wet fingers, like with a wet cucumber, being like, "Look, I'm getting a lot of water from this, huh?" I'm so fucking dehydrated.
Yeah,
Just
boy,
like-
COVID was
I don't
running
know, man.
rapid then. I had a lot of hand sanitizer in the car. That made it weirder too, looking back.
It
A
also
little
sounds
lube.
like-
You know?
You hear about some
cucumber.
I didn't think that situation was strange till now. It's like it's got mentioned on the podcast before.
Yeah.
You thought it was a big deal, and I said it was
Yeah,
weird.
fucking.
But these guys are teaming up
they said
against
it was
me.
weird then. Brian said it was
Yeah,
weird.
it sounds like you were trying to sexually molest fucking Mike over
Yeah,
here.
I
and you were
felt
trying
like
to
a victim.
drop
I
hints.
really did. And he was driving, so I couldn't really defend myself.
On that diet, snacks are cucumbers,
Right.
apples with sunflower butter,
Okay. Yeah.
whole almonds, and
There we go. We just don't do
and
that.
what's the green bean you get at a sushi bar?
Waiting for you to say, and then something that's shaped exactly like a
It's
dick.
with an
It's so
E.
weird.
What did it
Edamame.
say? That's it.
Edamame, yeah.
Those were my snacks.
Okay.
It's not a bad diet.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
like to
horrible.
drink?
It's pretty horrible.
No,
much
you're not
sugar
supposed to.
and beer
If
and
you
your
drink,
alcohol.
you should have vodka on the rocks and chug water the whole rest of the night and do cardio the next morning. That's what the guy says. If you're gonna go drink social,
Right.
drink vodka,
Yeah.
chug water after you after you drink it, and then the next day do a lot of cardio.
Gotcha.
I recommend the diet to everybody.
I've
It ain't
never-
cheap.
That diet
He
is horrible.
cooks
Sunflower
your breakfast,
butter?
lunch, dinner, and
It has,
he-
it
butter
has
out of the
no
sunflower.
effect on his body at all.
he gives
No,
you the
it
snacks.
doesn't really,
Only thing you got to do
still
is shave the
swelling.
cucumber if you want it shaved. That's it.
How much do I gotta pay him to shave my cucumber?
Well, I don't know. It's probably going to cost you a little extra. You got to tip him off the top.
Well, I heard that a lot of
Shave
I heard
them
that a lot of people in the Middle East and Europe
Don't have
like their
shaved cucumbers.
cucumbers shaved.
Yeah, they're
In America,
and over here we have shaved
Yes.
cucumbers.
So you're
There's, like,
telling
less
me
dirt
if
in 'em?
you had to eat a cucumber as a snack, you would eat it with the skin?
well, a lot of the European cucumbers sometimes get infected because they're not
Yeah,
shaved.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And they would have sliced it up. That's what they would have did.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about that.
Before
You
I-
should have
before I
just
got in the
sliced
car.
it on up. Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
it's a different
Sliced up
culture, they don't
cucumber.
slice it
So
so
you
often.
can
It
eat it
depends
like
on the
chips,
religion.
you know?
His culture should
I'm gonna keep
definitely
going
slice. He's
with
a
David.
Catholic.
Well, the
They
Jews,
slice.
the
Well, they
Jews.
might not
Jews,
slice it.
of course.
Rabbis.
Yeah.
But Catholics,
they
he's
do it on
Catholic,
their
right?
own.
They might not slice it. They
We're
keep
gonna-
it. They keep it raw.
Optional.
You can keep it up.
They keep it raw.
You have the option.
With
I think it's more of a
With the
health thing.
Catholics.
With,
I didn't say anything about the Catholic. I'll light a candle for you on Sunday. You know?
Yeah, they get their cucumbers shaved early. And you don't have to.
Oh, that's right.
You're
You're gonna have a christening and all that other shit
Yeah.
pretty soon. So
You gotta
you can't say anything.
you're gonna do it?
Yeah.
For who?
For my daughter.
He's gonna have a godfather. He's gonna have
For
the whole
you
thing.
Or your parents, or your wife's parents.
No, I think that stuff's necessary. It's tradition, and I want to raise my child as a practicing Catholic. I do.
Well,
Now,
you
what if
said
she grows up and doesn't want to be a
Yeah.
Catholic? Would you
No,
be
that's
upset?
My wife wasn't Catholic. She converted.
Yeah.
Oh
I said.
God.
Well,
Yeah.
Your wife.
Yeah.
She did.
Enough.
What was she before?
Native
She was, I'm not talking about this. You crossed the line. What
that was so perfect.
the punchline snuck in. Am I getting heckled?
David's a
God
beast.
damn,
You're a
dude.
beast. He just wanted us to know about this pod. I'm a beast. They didn't mention it, but I'm going to prove
You're
it
having fun though.
in this podcast.
You get
I'm
on
a
this part
professional.
every week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to come back.
No, well sometimes, you know. But you know what's funny?
What casino did you steal your wife from again?
He profits off it well.
They do this thing where,
Definitely didn't
and
answer
it's
the question.
contagious, where if I start to bust balls back,
Uh-huh.
they make it like I'm crossing the line, and they know
Nobody does
and they know
that.
I give a shit.
Nobody does that. Yeah,
Like,
he does it to
ooh.
himself.
Are we the
like
they?
he'll say something and then he'll torment himself in his head and he'll put it off on us. That's
And
what
it's
happens.
weird because like when I'm on stage, someone breaks my balls, I go in on them. I don't hold back.
Yeah,
and then after the show, I make friends with them.
Not all
But
the
when
time.
my
We have an
friends-
episode. We have
when
an
my
episode where you
friends
didn't do that.
it, and I don't want to ruin that friendship. You know, that's how I get.
Aw.
Ruin the friendship.
You know.
Do you really go to
There's-
church?
He does.
I can't get
We
over
have to go back to this, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I have one more
He's a
question. though.
practicing Catholic. He said last week he's a practicing Catholic. He's
Like,
going
yeah.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
Like you
You're
work
doing
full
confession?
time, right? Like, does she still get royalties for modeling for butter?
I was not. It was. It's
That's a
just.
good joke.
This guy's good. This
Yeah.
guy is good.
Yeah, I know. The endowment was going to be in wampum, but then Did I overstep? I have no idea what the threat is.
No.
But
Make sure you donate to her peyote account.
Guys on a
damn it,
roll.
dude.
eating up.
When you meet my wife, she's gonna hit you with her handbag.
Yeah, they've got.
Yeah.
they've
Oh, you
got-
mean tomahawk?
They've got 3 different TPs in terms of. They've got 3 different TPs.
No, okay.
$1 TP. They got a $3 TP. Sorry, everybody.
So okay, so you're doing the christening and the whole thing, right? The whole
Yeah,
ceremony.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Wedding's
Mark-
gonna have open fire water bar.
There
Sorry,
it
I had
is.
to get one more.
That was
You gotta
good.
tag it.
Uh,
Tag it.
wait, did you?
So what was
never
she?
had a
What,
lapse?
she wasn't Catholic. What was she?
Russian Orthodox.
Oh,
Ah.
dang, she's taking.
So you guys got the native thing all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's taking-
Russian, you got plenty. One now I know you can hit them with a few of those. This will start a whole new session here.
Well, here's the thing: if she's actually Russian, then it might be offensive.
Yeah.
Because I can make as many Native American jokes as I can because she's actually not Native American.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you just talking based on the time the times we're living in? Or?
Actually, I have a question. Did she tell you about the drinking vodka thing on the diet? Or
I knew it. I put it out there. I knew Dave was gonna bring
No.
it home. I knew it.
Okay.
Knew it. Fuck with this guy.
No, she didn't. She's not a big fan of the whole dieting thing.
My landlord's Ukrainian. Are we invited?
Not right now. It's hot. It's a hot moment, dude. Not at the
Are you
moment.
banging your landlord?
No.
Oh, okay.
If he raises
He
the rent,
just
I'm
eats
considering it.
I was gonna say he-
10%'s a lot of money annually.
He does, I was gonna say he does eat a lot of shaved cucumbers. That's like just a normal thing that day. Sorry.
See, like the Guinea in me now, I kind of feel like you're talking about my wife.
What?
What, the shaved cucumber
Now?
or
You
the
just
what?
No,
Wait,
well,
hold on, wait.
What the what? What part
no,
was you
it's just
talking about?
like you know, I kind of feel that's where my head goes.
But at what part? What part made
When
you
I
think
when I
We
say
switched from Native American to Russian is when
yeah,
That's
it's
when it
like,
got more
yeah,
personal.
it's like, what the-
when he said that she was Russian, but she's Russian.
yeah,
That's why we have to call her Native American.
Yeah, that's why we have to call him.
I'd rather have it native. Not her. Jesus Christ. I'm screwing.
Nah, you'd like her if she was Native American, dude. I get you. I understand.
screwing it up.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's great.
That makes sense.
That's
You know what
great.
I mean,
It's the drinks that I drank before I came.
That-
I can't,
When she gets
every time I say something wrong on here,
Um,
I say I'm drinking.
When she
Didn't
gets
he say he was gonna
upset,
do
does
that
she,
diet thing
does she
just
actually,
last
now that she's
episode?
a Catholic,
Probably.
does she say Jesus Christ like you do, or does she still say stars and moon?
right.
When something happens, she's like, oh, stars and moon.
Nickel and hammer.
The wolf wind. The goddamn wolf wind every time.
I'm not laughing.
Oh,
Okay,
freaking,
I'm not gonna let her
freaking
take it off.
buffalo spirit.
My girl's albino.
I've
I'm
seen
gonna
her.
share this
yeah.
with you. I'm gonna share this with
okay.
I met her once.
Yeah, it's-
y'all
she's
can go
Russian.
in on that because I
She's
do.
Russian as well. Got it. I don't know what I'm.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. I talk about my wife.
No, you don't.
I do. I bring. My
No,
wife up
you
all-
don't.
Mike talks about how much he doesn't like his wife.
talk about your wife. You don't talk. You don't want to mention her. You like it's a secret.
Nah, because I just know my way with people, and they break balls.
Yeah, sure.
You know, it's like
It's only because we're all comedians.
yeah,
And that's like part
And
of
the name of the
job,
show,
but,
And
like,
and so on.
We do that.
Yeah,
yeah, you have to do it. You
Nah,
have to. Yeah, and you have to take it as well. Like
Mike's
that's-
Mike's the only guy who's like gaslighting himself. It's just like he's gonna call on a show called Ball Break, and he's just like, I don't like the ball break. Though. You know what I mean? I don't want to do anything that would offend
no,
anybody.
about certain topics.
Sure, of course.
Like he was saying earlier, he's like, oh, you don't put your personal life on the internet, but you talk about your marriage
Sure.
on a.
It is different, obviously. It'd be different if you were like on Instagram. Oh, I breaking balls about my wedding last summer, you know, and then
sure, yeah.
100 people. Are
No, I
like,
think that-
Steve, you
I
got
think-
married?
But that's what happens on Instagram.
No, but here's
that's
what
why I
here's what I think the difference is. If you're like, oh, I got married, and saying that she's like Russian Orthodox, or whatever, those are just like not detailed details. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I
But
know
if you're-
more
but
about
if you're like,
his
if you're talking
albino
about
wife
a specific
than
fight
yours.
or argument you guys had or something, then that's where it can like start to cross shit because that's something she can get offended by
right.
yeah.
or pissed off by.
Yeah.
You know, just saying what she is. or
But what I
whatever.
am
Yeah.
finding out is when I give specifics
Uh-huh.
about myself to comics out of nowhere, it's just like comedy gold. Like it's just see like how you
that's
react.
how it
You're like,
works.
I haven't
That's-
seen you in when did you
I still
shotgun?
can't believe
Like all,
every Sunday you go to church. I still can't.
I was just about to say the same thing, dude.
Yeah, like I'm still not off that we.
Also,
we
has your
avoid
wife had
that.
any comments about her recent transition?
why is that bizarre? Why are you surprised? I'm Italian dude.
Because going to church sucks and ruined every fucking weekend of my childhood.
Yeah, you're Irish Catholic, right?
I'm as Italian as I am
Oh,
Irish,
Ita-
twice as Polish.
You're half, right?
Quarter, half Polish.
Yeah.
But
That's just some white
Catholic-
shit.
You go to
man.
That is some white
You go to
shit.
Catholic
When you
school?
ask us, we're
Yeah.
black and
I
Baptist.
couldn't
It's
wait
very
till my
easy.
18th birthday so I could stop going to church.
We keep it simple.
You've never went a year where you were like, I'm not going to go to church for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go when I can. Like I'm not one
You're
of
a
these.
fucking creaster, bro.
No. I'm not.
What
When
was
I
that
say
again? What is it?
practicing
What'd you say,
Catholic,
Creaster.
I
What's
go
a creaster? I didn't know what a creaster is.
Okay, once a
Christmas and
month.
Easter.
Once a
All right.
Oh,
month.
Christmas and
I gotta be
Easter,
honest,
yeah.
but I mean, unless you're,
once
I mean,
every 2 months, you know, like that. I
you
go.
getting confession
If
before
I'm
you?
free on a Sunday, I'm going to church.
Are you fucking
Oh.
getting confession?
Huh?
Are you getting confession?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to make sure you're taking the Holy Eucharist
Saturdays
correctly,
at
man.
4 o'clock.
I'm just checking boxes.
That's right.
You know what I mean? If you're not taking that
Saturday.
Holy Eucharist correctly, you better watch your fucking transubstantiation.
You
Watch
guys,
your shit, dude.
Will you blow out a candle for me this Sunday?
Yeah,
I
you
will.
know.
I'll light a candle.
No,
Yeah,
blow out somebody else's.
I say that to people sometimes. I'm gonna light a candle for you. People love when you say that shit.
No,
They
we don't. No, we
Mums
don't.
and
Nobody
mums.
loves this
Like,
shit.
what the fuck?
Nobody loves
Nobody-
this shit.
no.
It's weird.
See, but you know what's
Creepy.
gonna happen to you guys?
What's going to
You're a
happen to
bunch
us?
of fucking hypocrites. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna get older. Or
Uh-huh.
something bad's gonna happen to you, and then you're gonna turn to the church. That's what happens to people like all you.
Right.
I'm staying loyal. Life's good right now.
You're staying loyal,
and I'm
going twice a
thanking
month.
Well, I have a question. What if the thing that bad happens to me is I got molested?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna go to church.
But that's where it happened.
I'm gonna light a
that might-
candle. For you. You need God.
No, but dude, I was in 5th grade.
Yeah, that was funny. That's a church joke.
The first time I heard
Yeah.
that candle shit, I was in 5th grade. My sister died. LOL. And some woman's like, "We'll light a candle for you at church." I was like, "Fuck you and your candle." What's that gonna do? Like, oh, they need some light in there. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Light a candle.
Oh, does that smell like my sister? If it doesn't smell like my sister, probably don't worry about it.
It's a great holy gesture.
Yeah, it is.
It
holy.
is. It's in the Catholic
What
Church.
what makes it
wow.
what makes it
You're
like
gonna light a
holy
can-
though?
That's what
makes it like what's the vibe of it? Like,
Because some
what's
guy goes, oh,
Dude.
and then they light him. And then everybody's like, "Oh, let's donate." That was awesome.
You can go light a candle anytime you want at church. That's amazing. Amazing.
Unless
I could
you're
go home
homeless,
and light
you're
one,
not
too.
allowed in there.
Right.
True.
You can do that at
Unless
Great
you're
Barrel. as well.
filthy.
They don't. The church welcomes everybody.
yeah.
I don't know about the
Why are
dirty
they
earthlings.
sleeping on the side all the time?
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
They welcome.
I lived in the
kids.
AC area for a
and-
while, and there were a lot of homeless people that came in for mass, and they never threw anybody out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
real
true.
talk. I think that's a.
Well, was that
that's
before
Atlantic
COVID?
City. Hold on,
Dude,
that's
dude,
Atlantic City.
Church in Atlantic City. Like
That's Atlantic
fucking
City though.
different
Like half
kind
the
of-
population's like a fucking zombie.
That priest doesn't want to do it to like a low room. Like, you know what I mean? He's got Phil though. He's like, you know what? Let's bring in. You know, he's like, it's like comp. He's basically doing comps. He's like, hey, you know what? Let's paper this room. Let's really fill that bitch. You know
Spent
what I
all
mean?
week working on that new 5, dude.
Yeah. Man, I got a tight homily, dude. I got.
Yeah, we had a lot of homeless this weekend. How do you know? There's a lot of shoelaces in a donation box.
Like, dude, we ran through so many.
That's the part about the Catholic Church I'm not crazy about. Is
Yeah.
a lot of it comes down to
It's
this.
not the
Yeah.
fucking
That's
boys.
the part.
That's the part, not the fucking the boys.
Allegedly.
Have you even admitted Spotlight the movie yet? No, you didn't see it.
He doesn't. Yeah.
It's like why you gotta go there? Is that what's in the back of your head the whole time? Does that say something bad about me? Did I go?
Steve's like,
Now I feel like I'm a hypocrite.
Remember when you could pull ringtones? I want that. I really want to go back to. I mean, I know it's fucking dumb and cliche, but it's just like early '90s. I just want to pull that as my ringtone, just for like texts. Just hear fucking his voice, like it's like pedophilia.
Yes,
I
you
didn't
can do
think that topic was gonna get brought up. But
No,
How did you not?
Okay.
Catholic Church
you know.
and that topic wouldn't get brought up.
the church I go to don't.
No one was going to bring it up until you said,
wait, you said
that is the worst part about how they have so much money and our brains collectively exploded.
No, you jumped out. You're Catholic. You were baptized. And
Yeah.
you're saying it. So
I was confirmed.
And when he was baptized, I don't think he had a choice. At that time, it was like a forced
Actually
baptism.
was crying.
You know what I mean?
baptize your kids?
No,
No. Okay. Are you raising your kids Catholic?
no,
What are you raising them?
they're Baptist.
Yeah.
They're black. They're Baptist.
Yeah. So
Stay strong.
you're putting God in their life. That's your
I
responsibility.
put them there. What they do with it
as
after
a parent,
that? If
you
they're-
you want them to know the difference between good and bad.
Black
You,
church is so
you got to
different.
give them faith.
yeah, it's a little different.
I don't want to try to be weird about it.
No, but you need faith. No,
Yeah, no, faith has nothing to do with morality.
But, yeah, no,
no, but growing up believing in something, especially when you're a young kid, or
yeah, you got to believe in like Santa and the
Yeah.
Easter Bunny and stuff, all the real stuff.
I don't know. The potential for revolt, extreme revolt, when you raise somebody like that,
Yeah.
I think is greater than. most of the public school kids I met in college are doing just fine. You know?
You didn't think it was weird that your parents like lied to you about Santa and stuff? You don't think that any of that was weird? You thought that was like a nice thing that they did, like Santa
Is
and
real?
Easter, like that.
I don't know. Do you think that's crazy? I don't.
You don't think that? No. Well, I'm asking you.
The whole population does it. It's
Yeah,
like
that's not
not
just
the
Catholic.
whole population.
My parents didn't do it. They were like, I bought this shit.
No,
We're not gonna
fuck.
put it
way.
off. I swear to God.
No
I swear
way.
to
You
God.
don't do
My
that.
mom
Swear
would
to God.
My mom would definitely
Swear to God.
address.
Young
she would
age,
address
yes.
a
We bought
higher
this
item
shit.
parent. She would address it to herself. She would not address it to Santa. Santa got like nonsense bullshit over here, and she'd be like, "Nah, this is me. I gave
Nice.
you this."
They didn't give us no Santa.
like that.
No, fucking. I bought this shit. I went to work. Yeah, I bought this shit. I'm not. You start off lying to your kids. They're gonna lie to you back about all the shit, because bitch, that's what we do in this family. That's what we do. Fairy tales. Tell them the truth. Yeah. I don't trust these Santas sit on
Right.
their lap. I don't trust
Right
them. I don't
area.
know what's on the.
How much do you remember
I think
about
it's
being
impossible.
5?
It's impossible to tell a kid all the bullshit now because there's so much information
Yeah.
Right, they
available.
could easily.
Yeah.
You tell your kid now, they'll be like, "That's not what fucking Google says." That's not what fucking Google says. My son is 4 and works
Back
YouTube.
in the day, you could be like, if you walk 4 blocks away from here, you're gonna fall off the end of the earth. I'm like, okay. Like, you can tell kids shit like that.
You can't tell them that now.
Yeah, you can't.
Your kid's gonna be like, "We don't even have a chimney. What the fuck is going on? we don't have a chimney."
Yeah, but that's where you got to be quick on your feet.
Oh, so you're gonna continue to lie to
Well, you
him.
didn't need the internet to know that you didn't have a chimney growing up.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I'm not going to say that. Just for the logic of this, I just
you guys are dream killers.
Google, do I have a chimney?
chimney where I just lit a fire in my house.
Your kids believe in Santa.
No, they
put on
don't.
that-
You can go to my kids right now. Ain't no white man, but no fat white guys is coming in this house. If he does, tell me immediately.
How old,
Should not be here.
How old are your kids?
I have a 16-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 4-year-old.
The 4-year-old, you don't.
Hell fucking no.
How old is a 4-year-old in light skin years?
In light skin years?
Yeah.
Years, just like
2.
2? Okay.
2. Didn't I tell you about the black shit? This racism we have here. This is real shit here. You thought I was bullshit. You thought I was
I don't think
bullshit.
it's racist. I think it was
This is the
asking about
thing.
time periods. I think it was actually.
He said in light skin years.
No, I heard it.
that was.
I think he was being scientific. I don't
But
know.
no, we don't. I don't give my kids.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
we don't.
I think
we
Bill
don't.
Collo kind of hit it. Dave, I think you hit it. Like if you either you have to do semper, like you cannot give them technology. Like if you're trying to do the Santa thing, then you're right. If you're gonna try to give your kid a phone at like 5 years old or connect them to the internet at all, you might be ready for some shit, dude.
Yeah.
You can
How
be
would they
that
not?
age.
How can
They're
you
gonna
not
be around
connect
other
them to the
kids.
internet?
I'm more judging somebody that gives a kid access to the internet at 5 years old.
I can't wait till you have your kid. I
think
can't
that's
wait
whack.
till you have your kid.
I think that's more fucked up than anything we said.
I think that's.
I
weird.
want.
Well, it would only
You don't
be
give the kid access.
parental locked.
Yeah.
Shit,
Also, that
you know?
Google's probably doing nonsense with their like they probably just like, oh, if a kid types it in.
Yeah, exactly. If
That's
if
the
it's
problem.
Santa's a question you should
The
ask your
internet's the
parents.
problem.
Exactly.
I blame the internet on everything.
Yeah,
Really?
The internet's the problem.
Theme from like,
That's why the Catholic Church did all those things. The fucking internet.
they wouldn't have found the pedophilia if they had, if they didn't have the internet, they wouldn't have found the pedophilia. So if you think about it,
True.
the pedophilia.
The internet's a snitch.
Yes. All of this happened right around 1996.
Yeah. And we're all gonna be on
Nothing
that.
happened before that.
Yeah.
All right, I just hope no one gets like mad that I'm taking out all the parts about my wife and the Catholic Church.
What the fuck? You're not taking
coward.
that shit out.
You coward.
He will do it. He will
We're
do
not
it.
live.
We're not live.
No.
No. I know. It's a shame.
Well, you're not editing this.
It would be great.
Ballsy. Well,
That was going to be a fun 20-minute podcast. That's all.
With all his edits.
Oh, did
When
you
we
guys want me
first
to
started
record?
doing these,
Oh, you guys wanted
his
me to
edits
record.
were so long. All you saw was my face.
Yeah, yeah.
I said nothing.
Nah.
We first started. The edits were
That's part
tremendous.
of the theme, and
It took him 5. It took him 5 episodes.
I'm joking.
No, he's not.
Steve, you
No, he's
have to
not.
realize that you're in a quickly shrinking minority. Raising a kid Catholic and baptizing and all that shit.
Really?
I bet you less than 10% of people below 40 are doing that.
Seriously.
I would say so.
My mom doesn't actually believe what she said. Like
Can you look up that statistic?
Yeah, you want to see how many people you think would be raised or like?
I think that you're going extremely low. like extremely.
It's definitely not higher.
10%
definitely not
of
higher
the
than 20.
population.
I think the problem is what I think would be messed up is also other countries. The issue is we don't you know what I mean?
The
Like, in terms of
Latinos love their Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mexicans Definitely
Italians.
stay with God. Italians in Italy.
That's what I mean. Italians in
Yeah.
Italy, yeah.
Okay,
Real
someone
Italians.
that was raised in the Catholic Church, in the event that you would have kids, I don't know if you are or not, but you're saying it wouldn't even cross your mind?
Yo, if they find out about God before that Santa is not real, I'm gonna be pissed. Daddy, what is God? I'm gonna be like, Santa's not real, you little shit. Who told you that?
Dead serious.
Yeah, I don't want them to have a concept of an overwatching Lord that will, show your fucking dead relatives when you're jerking off and shit, I feel like I was very mentally
Oh, so
Taxing.
and like being raised with Catholic guilt and all that shit. I think it would have been.
Yeah. I
believe sometimes the church, like I believe in
Man,
God,
maybe I deal with
but
a
I
little bit of
don't.
that.
I don't follow this heavy church run.
Jesus,
You know what I'm saying? I do believe in God, but I don't believe in the heavy church and everything they say. They will
All right,
fuck up
some
your
of it's
religion.
extra.
They will fuck up your religion.
Some of it's extra.
Yeah, the pedophilia, that's a little
What's your
extra.
Religion.
So they
The-
Oh, no, wait, I
Tides.
don't. When you say extra, I don't think pedophilic if you're putting the extra.
I wasn't even thinking that. I wasn't even
he
thinking
said-
that.
No,
You should.
I'm sorry,
You
he
should
said
is what I'm saying. You should be
when
thinking
you said
about
extra,
that.
You meant like the stories and shit, right?
The parts that come into it, like all the extra stuff. Like I have a friend that's a priest. Priest. He married me. He married me and my wife. So I asked him.
Oh, a
I'm like,
throuple.
no. I said I have a lot of friends that are Baptist, and their masses are. When you go to church, it is fun. It is fun. People are dancing, having a good time. Someone dies, they're celebrating the person's life. I'm like, why when you go to a Catholic church, win, loss, good, bad, ugly, why is it so depressing? And like he was arguing with me, and I was just, I was like, why don't we modernize our church? Why don't we make it upbeat? Why
A
don't we
little sister act going on in here.
Yeah, like why?
On the weekends.
Like, do you remember? You gotta like kneel, and if you don't genuflect,
painful, dude.
I remember like a teacher saying to me, you better not put your butt against the pew, and you better make sure you're sitting up, and because Jesus suffered on the cross.
It's all fear-based.
Yeah, it's fear-based.
Yeah, it's fear-based.
That's not. You don't say that to a child.
Yeah, I'm
He
sure
bled to death on the cross. Like, yes, some of
Well, I mean,
it's
there's a big, there's some evidence up there.
everyone's wearing it around their.
He is, yeah. You know he bled.
Wait, what's going on here? Now you're siding with what's going on here?
No,
No, he's saying like you
everyone's
saying
been against
don't
you
tell
the whole
him that he's bleeding, but there's a cross with him up there. Like he's not up
They're
there
everywhere. It's like-
smiling. Like, it's
Stations
terrible.
of the cross are all around the church.
So that was a given. But you've been all about you got to sit up straight or God's gonna send you to hell. All this extra shit, like that's out of control.
I got
It's too
kicked.
much.
I got kicked out of Sunday school.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was asked to leave.
Were you
was
Were you
fucking trying to
practicing
sell drugs
comedy?
in there.
No, I was asking too many questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. What I say with churches, I believe in God, but these churches, once you start testing them on them, acting like they're professionals and they know everything, then they get shaky with you. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, well, you don't believe in God, you can't come here or whatever. Faith is in your own thing. You can have your own connection with God without running through them. It's not a middleman. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need them. It's supposed to be a place for when you're down and you're fucked up, you need some uplifting. It's supposed to be an uplifting place.
I
But
don't
they
think
bringing
so.
these places down.
Sometimes,
like, you suck. Like, you better be Jesus' right-hand man when you get in here. And it's like, no, this place is for hoes and pimps and
God has
they're
a-
supposed to be getting their life together.
I don't know the church.
Like, you know what I mean? That's what they're
I've
supposed
been
to
told
be.
that the church has a very short-term memory about sins. There's always everybody has a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
that's-
transfer the person to another place.
Yeah, their memory is short as shit.
No, you got to just be sorry.
Yeah, I would
That's
say
what
the
I was
Catholic
tr-
Church has Alzheimer's. I was like, their memory's fucked, actually.
You didn't look up that stat.
I do have your stat. So global Catholic population, based off that, this is there's a 1910 study that put it at around 291 million in 1910, as of 1.1 billion as of 2010. in terms of global Catholics, just in general.
So
Now,
that's
if you're trying to go
20%.
Yeah, if you're trying to go specific, in just American Catholics alone, I think what they pulled was 65% of American Catholics consider themselves practicing. So that's obviously,
It's a lot higher than you thought.
No. That is a group of Catholics.
that's
That's
already
a group of Catholics.
The whole
And only
you're
65% of the
population.
Catholics
So even out of
are
the
practicing,
Catholics-
not just
I'm
regular
talking about
people.
out of the 350 million
But what's their
Americans.
definition of practicing?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
yeah.
But still,
I mean,
they're
I'll count that
Catholics,
as
and that's not
getting
even
your
a
kid baptized.
Why wasn't that 100%?
Attending
Like
mass.
that's ridiculous. It's only 65 of Catholics. Say that should be 100% if you're a Catholic. They're like
It's not. So they're not
only
practicing.
65% of the root people are like
35% of those, 35% of Catholic people that claim to be Catholic in America then would be not practicing. And then they talk about going to mass at least once or twice a month. And the other 35 said they don't attend that often and would define themselves as non-practicing.
Well, I consider myself a pussy enthusiast. I just haven't practiced in 2 months.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Is that like the complete puss, or you? Is it like just clit sometimes, or just like,
It's like,
do
I
you
mean,
practice the full puss? Is what I think I want to
it's like
ask.
I show up. I just don't stay for the entire time.
when you're done, you're done.
I'm more faithful to the fingering.
You handle the rest on your own.
Making up nonsense.
Steve,
I was
those
like,
stats
you
were
shouldn't
explaining
have
what
had
I
an
was trying to
intermission.
say.
You know I was gonna leave.
yeah, but hey, listen.
Globally, faith has obviously decreased. Yes, that
This
is-
was one of the episodes where I really learned a lot about you guys. You
doing
know.
it steady.
You know.
I can't believe you never went through a fucking. You never
Yeah, Southern
took
Baptist.
mushrooms one time, and were like, "Whoa."
Never did
Fucking-
shrooms.
Everything's wrong.
Yeah, I think
Never
you,
did shrooms.
You owe it to your kid to trip hard as fuck before he's born.
Yeah,
I'm having a girl.
definitely.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, but
That's gonna be stressful.
so wait, you think it's going to be harder for me to do shrooms when I have a kid?
No. I just
go on
figured-
vacation.
figured you have to be
Go on
healthy
vacation.
I think you're gonna want to
without
now
being
that you
fucked
have
up.
a kid, because they do bring stress.
Do it
Sorry.
before the
You
kid's
said your
born,
oldest
so
is
you're not-
16?
Yeah,
How old are you?
38.
God damn. All right.
Yeah, light skin shit. You know how
Yeah.
we do it. Yeah,
What?
we stay young. We stay looking young. That's what that is.
Like 23-year-old IT guy. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, but,
Young as shit.
but he's saying that when you have children, see, it's going bald.
Oh, I used to look
That's-
better than this.
yeah.
Than I had these kids. It was
Yeah.
it was
Bring
better.
up Mike's headshot.
I used to
It looks-
glow.
oh, it's like a
It was
different
used to
guy.
glow. I like with
How
a
the
natural
fuck-
shot.
How the fuck did that happen?
The Last Dragon, show enough.
Yeah.
Mike
The glow, I had
Canadian
it all the
film.
time.
But
On the regular.
That ain't the same
Yeah.
guy no more. Like, what the fuck happened, kids? That's what you tell me when I break your balls about your fucking headshot.
Yeah, it's kids.
Yeah.
It's kids.
See, with my
happy.
family, the men when they get stressed out, they just eat everything. I'm gonna fucking.
Oh, well,
I
ours
know
are
I'm gonna
different.
blow up.
When ours get stressed out, they just leave.
What's that?
The fathers.
Oh. Well, in the Italian community, you're probably familiarized with this. How about when old school Italian fathers, if they got stressed out with their family life, they would say that they went out and they're going to go get cigarettes.
And then never come back?
You heard that quote?
That's not Italian specific at all.
Oh, I thought it was.
That's every dad that's never wanted to be a dad. It's like, oh, this does suck as
I'm
much
gonna
as
go
I
get
thought it was.
cigarettes. I'm gonna go get bread and milk. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
bread, milk.
God
If he was
damn
like-
it.
if they were
I
like-
blame that stupid comment on my mother because my grandfather did that to them. And she told me it was an Italian thing
She
that
told you.
everybody was doing.
She lied
in
to
the
you about
neighborhood.
that. She lied to you about
Damn it,
Santa,
John.
fucking Tooth Fairy. Lies are coming out. Lies are coming out. How you
So
feel?
basi-
How do you feel
well,
now?
so
Do you feel
basically-
betrayed?
No, I'm
You
good.
feel betrayed?
So basically,
your face is turning red.
your mom
Right.
can get your money back, but she can't get a grandfather back.
Whoa! Whoa!
I
This is where my dad went to get cigarettes when I was 5 years old. You better give me $200 in gas. And you know what? Carton the noops while you're at it.
What if what happened is he actually went to go get cigarettes, but they didn't have any change, so he couldn't afford to get back home?
and runs with blossoms. Your wife probably hates that we're listening like this. It's rough.
Man.
He's like, well, I gotta get back home. You don't have any change. Guess I can't be a father anymore.
He sounded like that. Oh, no, you're right now, Joe. Point tonight.
This is what happened. They're like, we don't have any chains, so he's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you going to do for everything? They're evicting you. What are you going to do? Oh, you can go to work for a living. You know, there's a lot of things you can do about this.
David James in the town is just like it's like Rodney Dangerfield. it's a little close. It's like all well, you know, you know what I mean. Told my mom not to go down to the store to get my fucking change back. She went down there anyway. Oof, you know. I'm sorry. Anyway.
You guys.
Oh, yeah, Sunoco, they give you no change.
No,
I get no respect to Sunoco.
the rewards card bullshit.
I told him I'm a rewards member. Oh, it's the rough one, you know.
You guys booked April 27th, Wednesday night.
Depends on where you're asking.
Get more specific.
Guys been in the game a while here.
I got my
doing-
my monthlies back at Helium. You guys want to be on it?
Yeah. April
Yeah.
what?
Wednesday, April 27th.
I thought only ladies call it their monthly.
I've been calling him my mom
See?
lately.
See?
Yeah.
And you
Count
say
me in, bro.
what I
Put me on the
did.
air.
My man.
April 27th.
And I'm gonna get worried when you stop busting my balls. You know, when you're quiet around motherfuckers, you're like, you gotta watch this guy.
Never introduced either of you. I love
Say
it.
what?
I said, when you're quiet around people, you worry me.
When I'm quiet around people? What do
Yeah,
you mean?
I want you to roast the crowd that night. What do you think the audience is gonna be like that night?
Are you turning
I
into
don't know.
his aunt's going to be there, just so you know.
No, family don't come to my shows anymore. Only in the
I don't
beginning.
want him to, right?
That's a trend too. People that love you, they come early when you stink.
That's when you want them to come.
No, I
don't want
disagree.
anybody I've ever fucking known to see me do stand up again in my whole life.
Yeah.
Whole life.
Never. I could be filming a fucking HBO special on the moon.
But
Mom's not even going to know about it till somebody else calls her and says, I know Jonathan went to the moon.
but John, that's when they come. You know, that's when they come back. That's when they start popping up. When you're doing.
When you go
shit.
to the moon?
No, you fucker.
That's what he said.
When you stream. That's what it is now. You
Yeah.
stream.
I'll have, that'll be 3 fucking phone numbers from now. Nobody's going to
All right.
Is that all right?
I'm lost for words. This was a good one. All right.
All right, I'll start recording, then we can get going.
All right, you guys ready to start? Let's do the intro.
We're on fire.
All right, that's our show. Thank you.
Till next time.
Capiche.
Thanks,
I never
guys.
know what to say at the end of these things. What are you supposed to do? Who am I?
This has been a Drop Tent Media Production.